Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Blessings. I am Tessa-Marie. It is Friday, July 12th, 2024, 7:59 Eastern Standard Time, AM, and it is an amazing morning. 19 degrees and climbing. Good morning, Loretta. Good morning, Stacy. How are you beautiful, amazing human beings doing today? Heck, nephew. How are you doing today? My book is out. My book is out. I'm telling my nephew. My book is out. My book is out. So make sure it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's How to Live a Fulfilled Life. It's all in there. Good morning, Marina. It's on Amazon. It's out. It's out. My book is out. Good morning, wonderful and amazing human beings. You guys, amazing, wonderful, and spectacular. I want you to always remember that. I want you to, hi Lorna, I want you to know or remember that yes, no matter what's happening, you are amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. Because you are. So this weekend in Toronto, we have our 62nd Arts Festival at Nathan Phillips Square. I'm going to go on Sunday after the morning blessings. I'm going to have to do that. Then on the weekend of the 27th, we have the Guildwood Arts Festival in Guildwood, where I live, in that little village called Guildwood. And it is fabulous. So there's lots of arts festival happening. So how are you guys feeling? Oh, it's 8 o'clock. All this talking. It is a wonderful morning. It is a great day. And is it challenging for you to, is it a challenge for you to let go? That's the question. And I'm asking that of you. I want you guys to interact today. I want you to put comments in. Those of you who are brave enough to, don't care if you make a spelling mistake. Do not care if the grammar isn't right. I don't. Because one thing I know for sure is that in this book, there's going to be somebody that will find all the grammar mistakes, all the spelling mistakes, all the punctuational mistakes that they can find. But if I had to do that, I would not be able to ever do it because you see, nothing is perfect, including nature. And if nature is not perfect, who am I? I do my best, and that's what matters. So that's why I'm challenging you guys today. Say something. Stacy always, Marina does, Gavin sometimes, and who else? Lorna, he says. Most of you do. But today I want you to ask a question. Ask me a question. Challenge me. Let's have fun with Friday. It is Casual Friday. I'm wearing a t-shirt. So, when is it time to let go? I'm asking that question. If you're holding on to something, you are not able to pick up something else. If all you do is grab what does not concern you, what happens with what should be your concern? Is it left unattended and does it fall apart? Question. We have to learn, all of us. I teach what I learn. I teach what I experience. I teach from my own challenges. So if you're holding on to something, you're not able to pick up something else. If all you do is grab what does not concern you and take it on, what happens with what really truly concerns you? What do you do with it? It is left unattended, and anything that is left unattended is left to chance. That something will happen to it. Whether it's your life, your thoughts, anything. So that's why I'm asking you to say something about what do you think about it. So I'm giving you a picture in your mind's eye. And that picture is this. If you're holding on to something, how can you pick something up? How can you grab a new invention, a new idea, a new inspiration? If all you have is the concern about everybody else, then how can you be concerned about yourself? So, hello Colin, good morning. So, happy Friday, everybody. So what I want you guys to remember is this. we pick up many times what doesn't concern us. We grab things that has nothing to do with us. We take it and we wrap it around our head and we match with it. And when the time comes for us to attend to what concerns us, we are so full of stuff that concerns others that we crash and we burn. Now, the extreme is this. When you are a caregiver, they always say 90% of the chance the caregiver will die before the person they give care to. Why? Because they're grabbing so much of that person. And that is the extreme, right? Somebody in your family, husband, spouse, somebody, mother, father is old and sick or just sick. And you're putting all you have into that. And you're forgetting yourself. You are forgetting when you have an ache, when something is not. You're so consumed that you cannot stop to see what is going on. I observe. I am an observer. I learn from others. And when I learn from others, I teach what I learn. When I experience it, I teach what I have experienced. So at least you can take a hint from it. Because that's why I motivately teach. I don't speak, I teach. This lady and her husband, he was older, and she was driving him everything. I would remember talking to her son and herself, and the husband, to the doctor, from the doctor, go to the doctor, breathing this, he didn't need that, you're diabetic, don't need that. And she just went like that. And then one day, I don't know what triggered it, but she had tons of bumps in her head, on her head. Doctor said, you have 2 weeks to live. She was riddled with cancer. She did not remember to take care of herself. She might have felt a bump, but what is a bump when my husband has to be looked after? So he went on to live for another 5 years. And she was gone, poof. So that is an extreme. But that is what it is. When we pick up the responsibilities of others, I can't see what's going, is that hi Peter, good morning. Peter is gone. Peter drops in and drops out really quickly. So what I'm saying is I'm asking you, excuse me, are you able to let go? We go to the extreme. We do it for, okay, we come in the case of our children. We never believe they're good enough or they have learned enough for us to let them be themselves. We want to make sure they don't bump their toes on what we purport is in the way. We try and we push. Don't do this, do that. We have a thing. And at the end though, it can boomerang right back at you. I am going to make sure that you succeed beyond success. You're going to be like this. People joke around and say, are you that type of mom that your children must be successful and learn? I'm not going to use the names of the culture because it maybe will be derogatory to say it the way they say it. But then you find out the child committed suicide because the pressure was too much. Or then they do go to school, they do everything, and they become like you watch a bloom. A child that was blooming, 5, 6, 7, and then the pressure, you do this, you da. And by the time they get to be 20, they're an introvert, not because they were born as an introvert, but it's because there were so many rules to follow. An unhappy childhood. And they don't tell you until they become an adult. Because you didn't let go. You wanted them to swim in waters that were shark-free. But the world is a different pool than the pool you grew up in. The waters do have sharks. They do have good things too. They have a lot more opportunities too. And that is something. So if you know, hello, Aman, how long time no see, welcome, how are you feeling? So if you know for sure that you are the parent of children growing up, and you are not allowing them to swim and maybe miss drowning, then you can send a life raft. But to just go ahead of them, pushing them forward, pushing and saying, you do that, you must learn, you have to go to university, rah. And then, hi, Georgie. Good morning. Welcome. How are you feeling this morning? So, when do we let go? As a caregiver, we still need to give care to ourselves because, as I said, if you're holding on to something, you are not able to pick up something else. If all you do is grab what does not concern you, what happens with what should be your concern? It is left unattended and it falls apart. Like my friend who passed away because for 20 years it was the husband. And she was riddled with cancer. 2 weeks she was dead. And he lived on and went for another 5 years. Yeah. And that is what people have to understand. That's why I'm saying you speak up what it is you know you cannot let go. Or what have you let go and it feels good letting go. That you did let it go. We hold on to the children because we want to make them into what we were not. And in some cases, we are like a coach. The coach wants the person to become what they couldn't become. They're going to live through them. They're going to say, I coached him to success. I coached her to success. And you, the parent, you're doing the same thing. But you haven't stopped to look. And if you have done this, and now the repercussion is the person saying to you, why didn't you let me fly? Why didn't you tell me I could fly? Well, you could if you broke the rules, but no, that is not right. If you push into me from the age of 1 that I have limits, very strong limits, and I'm not allowed to make mistakes, I'll pull your hair, I'll do this to you. Hey, now you are paying the price. That person always looks at you and says, you are the one that stopped me from being me. And that happens with children. We do it with friends, other members of our family. Why can't you not be like so and so? Nobody can be like so and so. We can teach, but we cannot make them become what they do not, and they're not aiming to become. And that leaves frustration and strain. And sometimes, because they know when they have left and they're not living up to your standards, they stay away from you. You lose that relationship. It becomes a strained relationship. And that is part of because we decide that we have to make these people what it is we want them to be. So one of the things we have to, it doesn't scroll, so that's why I'm scrolling to see who is here. So just in case I haven't said hello to everybody. So we do that with friends, children, family. And then, it's just not enough. But if you look around like the lady, the example I gave you of that lady, the people you're forcing, or you are working so hard, or you are controlling, or aiming to control, they seem to be going along their life fine. You that is putting the pressure on all of these things in your life to control what you cannot control, you are the one that is sick like the lady. You're stressed. You can't sleep. You're turning up and down. You're leaving bad taste in the mouths of others. Your fragrance is not welcoming and sweet. It is controlling. You must do this. You should do that. You have to do that. Really? We have to learn to let go. I purposely brought this topic today so you have the weekend to think about it. Many of us do not know how to let go. We hold on to places and we criticize the place, but we cannot change the place. We criticize the country, but we cannot change the country. And the one thing we have that will allow us to change the country, some of us do not even exercise the right to vote, although we do. But there we are, working ourselves into a frenzy. We are always angry, but we cannot fix it because it is not within our control. What do? You're angry. It shows on your face. Your energy level is zapped. And what it is, how do we fix it? Find some joy. Find some joy in something. Find some joy that you get a social security check, because there are people who contributed to it in different countries of the world and they don't get it. Instead of seeing, oh, things are so expensive, but you have an option. You're able to purchase it. You're able to buy it. There are places they can't do any. Stop complaining about what you cannot change. Stop filling your hands with stuff that does not concern you any longer. You must capture silence. Shut up. Stop telling people how to live their life. It doesn't matter if it's your husband of 500 years, your children, stop it. Because while you're doing that, when you trick somebody, because you have to cajole them, you have to say, I think you're doing too much. When you start doing that, what are you planning for yourself? When last did you clean your toenails, for example? Did that need cutting? When last did you do something from you and take your time and cream your body? Take your time to shave your face, rather than while you're shaving, you're planning to go execute something that is nothing to do with you. You come out of the shower, what's the rush? Sit down and then put the cream on every toe and work your way. Spend time. Hi, Yuko, good morning. Hi, Relentless Somebody, good morning. How are you feeling today? Take the time to spend time on you. Good morning, sister. Make sure that you put your energy into you, because as I said to you, if you are holding on to something, you are not able to pick up something else. If all you do is grab what does not concern you, what happens with what you should be concerned about? It is left unattended and it falls apart. You cannot control people's life. You have to learn when to walk away, because at the end, when you do this, hi Angelina, good morning. How are you feeling today? You are the only one with the prescriptions. You are the only one, like my friends, 20 years caring about the husband, in and out of hospital, She did not realize she was not feeling good because she was putting so much into the husband. 2 weeks, she felt a bump. By the time she got to the doctor, her head was covered with bumps. 2 weeks later, she was dead. He died 5 years later. Because she was concerned so much about him. They tell you the caregiver pops off before the person they give the care to. When you sit there and you grab what doesn't concern you in your hand, in your body, you cannot find time to grab for yourself. You do not. If all you do is sit and plot what you're going to do to affect somebody else's life, what are you doing about your life? Because at the end of it all, it's all about you. Whether you like to hear this or not, you are not here to be a victim or a martyr. You are here to do the best, to live your best life that you can, to stand up and love you more than you love anything in the world, because when you love yourself and you take care of you, you're taking care of your children, because they do not have to worry about you. They might say, my mother is absolutely crazy. Like they talk of my children about me. She's always jumping up and down in front of Instagram, doing something, talking to people, nobody there, and she's going. But they know where I am. They know I'm talking today. So that is minding my business. They are adults. They're going to live their life. There's a time, of course, you're going to give them a boost. But on the other hand, you cannot, because you're giving them the boost, doesn't mean you have control of their life, how to live their life. You made mistakes. My husband Brian said it best. He looked at them one day and he said to them, did you guys think that we just woke up one morning? Hello, Carrie. Welcome to the Morning Blessings. And God sent us 3 children and they were placed at the door on the doorsteps. And he looked at them and he said, listen to me. The rules you guys as teenagers are trying to break These rules were created for me. That's what my husband told the kids. You guys thought we were just born adults. We were 15 too. So all what you're trying to do, we did them already. So we know what to look for. But we had to let them go, let them grow. The children, you cannot control them. And even if you want to make your adult people, children, become something else, then there are consequences. If they're so trapped, they might commit suicide, you know that. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. What does Jack do? Maybe nothing. After all the education, Jack just sits there. And then you say, oh, he's depressed. But look at the history. Look at what you put on Jack's back. You did not allow Jack to be a child. Study, learn, cram, do this, you must learn to do that, stay away from that, do that. No. Give them a chance to float. You did, didn't you? And you came out on the other side of it. Okay. Maybe not as our parents wanted it, but in the end, it was our choice. So, if you're going to hold your hands and concern yourself with what truly does not concern you, especially about your adult children, remember you have no room to look after yourself. If you're going to shave, can you shave and be peaceful, like you're shaving your face, a man, and you're making sure you put your cologne, you look at how you are. All that stress you put on yourself, you are the one with the prescriptions, and the people you're worried about, they go dilly-dally. My friend's husband was diabetic, high blood pressure, but he never stopped eating whatever he wanted. And she left 5 years earlier than him. She had no time for herself. So when we are sitting around and all what we do it to control others, we have to understand that one day, just that one day, they're going to come back and say it's your fault. And accept it. Because if you do not accept it, you're still holding on to it. When you accept, yes, you can say, I did my best. It maybe wasn't what was supposed to be done, but that's all I knew. Admit it. Oh, I didn't want you to make the mistakes that I made. I was trying to get you to avoid those mistakes. All I did was because I loved you, and I just so much didn't want you to have those experiences that I had. But if you cannot admit to that, and you have to turn around and say, well, you could have broke the rules, really? That means you're not even accepting the blame for your action. So you're still carrying it. You haven't let it go. And you wonder why you toss and turn before you fall asleep. You wonder why you wake up in the middle of the night and you don't know why. That's because you're carrying something that does not belong to you. People, as I said, places, countries, it's horrible, this is that, but you have one thing. You don't like your government, you have that thing. Exercise your right to vote. And you know now, that's all I can do. I did my best, I voted. But rather than look at it and say, well, I'm not doing anything, and then when this happens or that happens, well, the government is... But you helped choose that government. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Because you chose not to exercise your right to vote. If you're doing something and you're getting the same results, guess what? You're crazy. And do not tell me that I have to be like somebody else. Do not tell people, oh, you should be like... No, they're not. Everybody has a version of the vision of their life. And it's not going to match to yours. It's not going to be looking like your version of the vision. But for goodness sake, there has to be a time that you stop doing this. Stop fixing people's life. Fix your own, like they say in scripture tells you. Take the beam from your eyes before you tell me that I have a sty in mine. Mind your business. As a woman, if you're coming out, if you're in the shower until the water yells at you, get out. When you're applying the creams to your body, take your time and apply it from one toe to the next toe to the next toe, working your way up. And if you're a man, when you put that shirt on, make sure it's buttoned and you feel good. Take care of you. Because nobody is responsible to do this for you. And do not sit down like there are cultures around the world that came to North America. Oh, my children will support me. No, they're not. They can't afford to support you in North America because they have to live miles away from you to afford a home of their own. And it doesn't always work. So if you're still working, plan for your future. Do not depend on the people because you incubated them for 9 months or you were part of the system that brought them to be conceived. No. Our job is to take care of us. We have to take care of our children to a point. I always told my children they were homeless. Any one of them will tell you. At the age of 18, you're homeless. Because this is as far as I could take you legally. That's why the high school diplomas belong to me. Your name is on it, but that is mine. I took you to that point. No, you live here, you don't have an address. You're homeless. So, you have to do what you have to do to get out of there. I do not like this teacher. Hey, they're not going to change the teacher because you don't like them. And if I were you, I would figure out what they have to give you because they're educated, you're not, and bring it home. That's how I did it. That doesn't mean it's right, but that's the best I could because I wasn't going to raise any damn statistics. I had no intention of you being part of a statistic. You had to be your best. And like what I teach, I experience. If I had to scrub the step at home, and we were given chores purposely, not because they needed it, it was to learn. And out of the 10 steps leading from the thing to the backyard, from there to that house, if you had 7 of them scrubbed properly, concrete stepped, that my father, his, architectural thing created, and you had 3 that was not done properly, guess what? You had to do all 10 all over. So this is why I am saying do your best. Then you don't have to repeat it. Had I done my best the first time, I could have been swimming in the Caribbean Sea an hour earlier. Instead, I had to be on my knees with a coconut husk thing and cleaning a step. My brother Curtis said, I am not going to have floors that have to be polished. Because, polished with polish. Because when my kids grow up, I'm going to have glass floors because he had to polish the whole living room and dining room floor. So what I am saying to you right now is make sure you realize you are important. Take up your own concerns and carry them. Because if you are taking the concerns of others and you're carrying it, plus you have yours to deal with, you will never get it done. And what you do not give attention to just get rotten. It breaks down. And that is your body. Most often it's your body. Criticizing others is criticizing you because they don't care. They don't have to hear you. Talking ill of them and concerning yourself with whether they go up or they do go down has nothing to do with them. It's all about you. So learn to let go of what does not concern you and pick up what concerns you from the time you wake up in the morning until you go up at night. Along with Tessa's book, you will only improve yourself. Thank you. Here is the book. 5 Pillars of Prosperity. That book, it's a fulfilled life though. How to live that life. We all should live a fulfilled life. And part of that is caring for you. As I said, what you must do is go to the bathroom, if you doubt me, and see whose name is on the prescription bottles. Or go to the bathroom and see who has certain tablets and things they take. I joke, myself, Colin, and I, we take our vitamins. I call her my druggie, whatever. I don't know the right name. Because we take vitamins to make us work. In the morning, I have my morning vitamin in a little container right on the counter, open so I can see it. The other one for the afternoon is right there. I have to take care of me. Nobody is coming to do it. My children are not responsible for me. I have to keep myself healthy for me, not for them. But inadvertently, you're doing it for them. I am here. My son is over there. If he finds out I am not doing well, it worries him. And so for the girls, and so for my siblings, and so for my friends. So I have to get up and jump up and down every day, but that means I need to go to bed by 9. I cannot have a conversation with you. My phone will not even let me. And by 8:15, I have to be in bed. I am up at 4:15, and I know that is stupid for others, but it works for me. I stand in the garden for 15 minutes in the morning, and I just listen to my heartbeat. I listen to the energy. I feel, look at this. This sky is different. Even if you are retired, get up and look at that sky. Sit there when nobody else is absorbing the energy in your neighborhood. Everybody's asleep. It's a beautiful experience. And at the end of it, you don't even have to pray during that time. Just absorb, because we do not absorb where we are. We are so busy making sure that everything is perfect when really there is no such thing as perfection. So for what we are striving, is all you do is to say, I did my best. And that is it. When you're criticized, people criticize me, like Yuko reminded me. She's coming to spend 2 days or so with me. We're going to have so much fun. And she said, Tessa, we made it. And I go, what? She goes, we have haters. We made it. And I'm going, okay. Yes. You will be criticized. But it does not matter. What is his name? Theodore Roosevelt said it the best. He said, the critics don't count. Those that criticize, they don't count. They don't matter. They don't build statues for critics. But they build statues for those who have tried or done it and failed, and pick up again and do it over and over and over again until they get it right. If you follow the poem If, but the one from Roosevelt, the man in the arena, he talks, the person that matters is the guy who has sweat and dirt on him. He's fought, he's been in the arena, he knows. And if you fail doing this, at least you fail greatly. Because you will never stand up among those timid souls who have never tried. But you will stand above those that tried valiantly. They might have failed, but they did do their best. So mind your business. Take care of you. Affect it where you can. Your ex is the most valuable thing in the world. You have one, exercise it. Just for the hell of it. And especially if you're a woman, for goodness sake, it's only 100 years in some countries. Black women in America got it 2 years ago, and you're wasting it. Women died for you to get it. Women got beaten and raped and locked up so they couldn't go to the meeting, so you have the right to vote, and hey, you're walking around and not exercising it. Really? Who are you honoring? Not yourself, and certainly not the people that came before you that opened the door for you to walk in bold. So do your best. Love you a little more today. And if you can't, sit and see if you can count your breath. Be grateful for the very breath of life itself. Be grateful for what you see. Be grateful for opening your mind and trying something new. Be grateful. And when you fall because you've been trying, laugh at yourself. And if you still do not know what to do, good morning to me in the mirror. Oh, I am amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. And maybe that will make you laugh or you'll go. But what I want to say to you today is this. I am grateful that I am amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. That's you. Say that. The minute you feel good, you're going to walk good. You're going to do good. But you have to harness it. You have to harness it in the moment of time. Yesterday we spoke about our non-renewable resource, time. You don't get a rain check on time. It came and it left. Life is part of time. So breathe and count the breath and be happy you have it. Have an amazing and wonderful day. I am going to get ready. Well, no, I'm ready. I have things to do after Yuko is coming. We are going to do stuffed grape leaves. So I have to get some things ready. And I don't know. And our liquor store's closed, so I think we only have 2 bottles of wine, Yuko. I don't know how we're going to survive that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I'm happy and grateful you stopped by today. And remember, you are the best. Nothing but the best. And you deserve the best. And it's up to you to give yourself the best. And Rome wasn't built in a day. A brick wall begins with 1 brick. Your car, when the headlights come on, shows you 100 yards. To get to where you have to go, you must put your foot on the accelerator. So what are you going to do about the rest of your life today? Because when somebody tells you didn't do good, you want to shut them up. Oh, what you're doing is not great, Tessa-Marie. I said, I did my best. Have a great day. Shilling, but congrats on your book. So proud of you. Thank you, sister. Sending you all amazing Friday vibes. Thanks, Marina. Thank you, Tessa, for the great weekend. Thanks, Stacey. Thank you, Stace Vitamins. Vitamins for vitality. Oh, I love that, Marina. Thank you. Along with Tessa's book, you will only improve yourself. Eric Kobar also has books translated into English. Listen to him if you understand Spanish. He's great. So Carrie's an old friend, and she was there. That's so nice to see all these lovely, amazing humans. Stacy, Rita, I didn't see you coming in. How are you feeling today? We need to talk so we can plan our day. Georgie and Marina and my sister and Gavi, Loretta and Lundy. Amazing people. Do something for you today, this weekend. And I'll see you guys on the other side of time, Monday, 8 a.m. I'm sure Yuko will have me doing stuff. We'll be doing stuff and we'll post it. I have this camera my son bought me. I think we're going to use it, the GoPro. Anyway, we'll talk about that and you'll see the results when we use it. Have a great day. I'll see you guys another time. Thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you. Angelina said, I feel amazing. Thank you. You guys are really great. Take care. Bye-bye. Yuko got on the bus now. Yuko is on the bus, guys. She's coming to Toronto. Oh, if in case you guys live in the city, the Arts and Craft Festival is at City Hall. 62 years. So you should go see it. On Sunday, I'm going to go. If Rita wants to come, we should go together. Because Yuko is going to go home, I think, on Saturday. Why not, Rita? We could make a weekend of it. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye.